La 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 la.
What's going on? This is Mark Ronson. You're listening to The Rinse with James Hyman.
Still here with Mark Ronson. Actually, just going back on that whole kind of do what Phil Spector said. I mean, Phil Spector, game over, man. One of the biggest, best ever. Do you know, he's often compared, I'm reading a lot recently. Do you know, are you up with Joe Meek?
Yeah, of course.
You like Joe Meek?
Yeah. Joe Meek is like, well, Joe Meek was a bit tortured and obviously
very
had a
tortured.
shorter run.
I think Phil Spector's pretty tortured as well.
Yeah.
Do you think this trial's going to be interesting? Not looking good.
No, I mean, that's the thing. The funny thing is that I always knew Phil Spector as this revered figure and obviously knew some of the big records, but just like that guy's in such another category of sort of genius. I mean, at 18 years old, he was like made $1 million because he like put everything out on his own label. I mean, he's just on another level. And
opening credits of Mean Streets, you hit that's powerful film music. Powerful
music. But I think put it this way, I mean, whether it was Phil Spector or a couple other things in that era, I was definitely inspired by that era. And I think it's he is the last word in that era of music, you know, the first and last word. And I think it was quite obvious that we were going for that type of sound. It surprised me, like if someone played me that record a year ago, if Danger Mouse had produced Amy Winehouse record the same way I did it and I heard it, I would have been kind of like bummed. I'd been like, man, that's not fair. Like, how do you do that? Like, how do you make a record like that? I had no idea how to make that kind of sound when we started, but just through going step by step, and once I came up with the arrangements, once Amy wrote the songs, I came up with the arrangements, and we went to Brooklyn and cut it with the Dap Kings in their studio. Then we came here and did like a 24-piece orchestra, and I'd be like,
lovely.
I was so nervous on those days because I'd be like, man, I don't know the terms. They're gonna think I'm an idiot.
I saw the YouTube footage of a lot of that.
Yeah, but it's just like
you learn.
You learn and you go step by step. And I'm surprised not more people try to do it, because it's like those are our favorite records from that era, the 60s, 70s, and it's because you had great people playing instruments in a room all at the same time, and there's a sound to that. I mean, now the closest we get is somebody makes like a hot beat, and I don't think this is the worst thing in the world. Someone makes a hot beat and then a friend comes over and plays keyboards on it. You might get a good guy to come over and play bass on it after that. And I made a few records like that, and there's nothing wrong with it, but there's something that's absolutely incomparable to people, actually amazing musicians in a room at the same time. That's the Motown sound, that's the Stax sound, that's Phil Spector, that's all of that.
Okay, so just talking back to some of the people you work with, I mean, you openly admitted, I think it was to MTV UK, about Lily initially was a real brat.
A little bit, just a little bit precocious, but in like a kind of a jokey way. Like you knew it was tongue in cheek, but it was definitely enough to keep you on your toes.
I would have thought it's a shame. I mean, the late great ODB of all people possibly would have been the most difficult, but you did a killer with that. I mean, you made that sound like he was there in the studio.
Yeah, well,
awesome.
I found
on Toxic, of course, which is going to be played.
Yeah, with ODB, we had done this song together, Lift Your Skirt, and they had taken his second verse. We'd done 2 verses with him. Rhymefest wrote the rhymes, we were in the studio together, and they took the second verse off to put Missy Elliott on it for like a posthumous release, when they try and just like milk these duets, really. But anyway, I found this verse of ODB that I never used, and I couldn't believe when I was messing around with it, just by accident, over Toxic, and he's saying I'm burning up, and they're saying burning up in the Britney song, and I was like, this is really too good to be true. So I wrote a nice letter to Miss Kathy Dennis, like, we'd like to change your song a little bit, you know? She wrote Toxic.
Of course.
And it was cool, and yeah, that is just like a piece of just real luck, and ODB obviously just brings any track to life. He's just got such a...
He does. There's a bizarre, by the way, ODB story. You know, Russell Taylor, he had a namesake, Russell Taylor, and this guy, 44-year-old like art dealer, just kept getting all these calls in the middle of the night, like, yo, Odie, what are you doing? Really? Like that, and he was getting them all day long, and even Wu-Tang members calling this guy up, saying, come on, man, look, what are we doing, Method Man? And they met, both the namesake and ODB, apparently. Bizarre, I know, read about it in New Yorker. Let's play some more music. Let's play a double, the remixes, I think. We'll do a God Put a Smile Upon Your Face, Aaron the Crate, nice Gutter remix, and then Toxic, Paul Nice remix.
XFM.
there's no escape. I can't wait, I need a hit. Baby, give me it. You're dangerous, I'm loving it.
Enough to make a nigga go crazy. Shut down the Grammys, ask my Grammy. Wu-Tang for the kids, but your hoes can't stand me. Wu-Tang for the kids, plus I'm all for family. Catch me on Disney.
Mom, who is he?
Down dirty, stinking, grimy, gritty. Old man McGirt looking under your skirt. Fuck the pussy till his arms like Ernie and Bert. Like
You're listening to The Rinse with James Hyman.
James Hyman. Tell me about the Alido label, which is your label, right?
Yeah, basically, I came into a lot of talent, especially when I was working on my first record, artists like Saigon and Daniel Merriweather and Rhymefest. And I just started the label as something that I thought like I could help some artists get a leg up in their quest for a deal. Do you know what I mean? It wasn't so much like, oh, I put you on, now I'm going to take a piece of your career forever. It's just more like, these are people I think are talented and might not have a chance to get out there, and let's kind of step in.
Is Domino, I read you, is that the Domino Ghetto Jam Domino?
No, no. So it's a female-led indie rock band from New York. They're really good, kind of like in between Blondie and the Yeah.
And Uncle Murder?
Uncle Murder?
Yeah.
No.
Someone threw Uncle Murder at me.
No, who is that?
I don't know. Some guy from Hip Hop, Phil from Hip Hop Connection was saying to me, it's all about Uncle Murder.
Really?
Yeah, when I mentioned you to him. No?
Oh my God, that's crazy.
Uncle Murder.
He was just
Come in, I don't know.
funny.
Okay.
Yeah, Uncle Murder's off the hook right now.
There you go.
And whatever the label, I was focusing a lot. After I finished my record, touring my last record, the label from Electra folded that I was on, I just came back and decided to focus on the label. And for 2 years, I was a bit misdirected, I think. Like, I was just trying to be this combination of Russell Simmons and Rick Rubin that's just not possible to be. And I just realized that I wanted to make music. So it was really like about last year I just really started focusing on the music. So Rich, my partner, runs the label and he's amazing, and other than that, like, I just leave it.
Let's play something then off the label, yeah? Bit of old school.
Let's do it.
Rhymefest.
Brand new, brand new, brand new, brand new, brand new.
I don't like it unless it's
Brand new.
you might see me in my weird with my it's pumping my
Brand new.
You don't like it, get off my
Brand new.
I don't like it unless it's
Brand new.
you might see me in my weird with my it's pumping my
Brand new.
You don't like it, get off my
Brand new.
They say your attitude determines your latitude. I'm high as a month, fly as a month. And still the month you love to hate, but can't because you love what I make. Now ain't that about a shit? I'ma talk until I'm out of hits. They don't wanna turn their speakers up, they claim I ain't deep enough. All that talking I feed off of, keep it up. I'm relaxing, my feet is up. I'm leaving you haters like when Shaq left the Lakers just to heat it up. I state the stats to stunt, I don't need the front. Make black history every day, I don't need a month. The survey says by the streets according, Kanye just important as Michael Jordan was to the NBA when he was scoring. Ralph Lauren was boring before I wore him, and I don't like it unless it's
Brand new.
you might see me in my weird with my itch pumping my
Brand new.
you don't like it, get off my
Brand new.
James Hyman. James Hyman.
yeah. From Chi-Town to France. Yeah. We gon' do it. Rhymefest and air. How you feel there? Rhymefest breezes do like fresh air. On my Vespa, looking like a real player. I can roll up to the club in a wheelchair. Look, you still there. Give me arm room. I walk up, hit your girl with the harpoon. Take her to the VIP, this is our room. Now you know that it's a shame, cause you and your PJs watching cartoons. As I walk down the street, whistling this. Looking for a place, cause boy do I miss. A place that I can chill away from fake shit. I can't play cause I am not complacent. My spot at the top will not be vacant. I whistle as I walk the pavement to pay rent. And the beat goes ka-ta, ka-ta. Alpha Beta Gaga, get you feeling that. And the bells go to ding-a-ding. Alpha Beta Gaga, get you thinking. Can you smell that? Inhale fresh air, exhale that. From the birds to the rich.